see you guys in the dark.
I first met Armybeard about 8 months into my time at my second duty station. He arrived to my unit coming from Korea, and at first he didn't really seem like a bad guy, but it didn't really take long for us to see what kind of a person he truly was. AB arrived 2 months to my unit before we were deploying to Eastern Europe, and we were quite busy packing up all our equipment and prepping our vehicles to be shipped overseas. Oftentimes we worked over the weekends, we were that busy, and because of this we spent a lot of time around AB. Before he really told anything about himself to my platoon, he told us about his fiancée he met on Tinder 4 months before then, who happened to be just an hour away from his home in West Virginia. Keep in mind, AB just got back to the States 2 weeks before this and really only has seen her in person once, maybe twice, and yet he had already decided to marry her. Another red flag is that she has 4 kids each from a different guy. And since soldiers are guaranteed things like a paycheck, free healthcare, free housing, and free food, I would not be surprised if she just wanted to marry him for these reasons. Outside the military, I wouldn't have cared so much, but in the military, you have to make sure your soldiers meet their needs, are not in debt, and are taking care of themselves. If AB decided to claim her children as his own and she decided to divorce him, he would be spending over half of his monthly income on child support. She avoided nearly every single opportunity to come out and see him, and made no plans to move in with him, even after getting married. When my unit was being deployed to Eastern Europe, she didn't come to the goodbye ceremony, and when we came back, she missed the welcome back celebration because she was at Walmart with her kids shopping for a mattress. When he wanted her to come over for Halloween, she said no because of holiday traffic. The scary thing is that he wouldn't even question these things. He would just go along with all these obvious red flags like they were no issue at all. If AB was the love of her life, then why did she miss all these opportunities to spend time with him? I honestly felt pretty bad for him. Sure, he has caused a lot of embarrassment for my platoon for things I will explain later in this post, but these things didn't warrant someone to take advantage of him and his money. He told pretty much everybody he met about her, but would never pick up on the fact that pretty much nobody cared and how they thought it was weird how he's marrying a girl he met only once or twice. And sure enough, AB married her the day my unit was being sent overseas thousands of miles away for 9 months. All my platoon could do then was teach him how to be a husband and a father. This was soon found to be a difficult task. Roughly 3 weeks after my unit arrived to Europe, all of our gear and personal items we didn't bring with us on the plane arrived in shipping containers. While my platoon and I was unpacking our stuff near our bunks, we soon discover AB brought 2 fleshlights with him, and we were all baffled as to why he brought not only one, but 2 of them. We were staying in a giant tent, and there was no way he could do his business without getting caught. Yes, we were staying in a tent, but it was more comfortable than it sounds. It was well insulated and had 2 big generators for AC and heating. It wasn't that bad, TBH. Anyways, to get back on topic, after we found out he brought 2 fleshlights, we of course asked him why he brought them. SFC Gonzalez: why the hell would you bring those, and why TF do you have 2? You know you can't jerk off in the wide open in the tent, right? AB: it's because they were buy one get one free, SFC. I actually tried to give one to someone else, but I couldn't find anyone to give it to. SFC Gonzalez: oh, them being buy one get one free still doesn't explain why you brought 2. You could have just brought one and been fine. And why would you offer one to someone else? How would they know you didn't use it before? Maybe I brought them both because they were buy one, get one free. SFC Gonzalez, you're clearly not listening to me. You know what? Just go about your business. I can't deal with this BS. Flash forward a couple months later while we were in Europe. My platoon, specifically SFC Gonzalez, SGT Brady, and Jonathan, was checking up on him and making sure he was trying to improve. Himself his husband and a father, SGT Brady. AB, have you done any research on how to be a father and increase your parenting skills? AB, no, SGT. I haven't had any time. SGT Brady, don't fucking lie to me. What do you mean you haven't time? All you do all day is sit on your bunk and watch Naruto. You are not a single soldier anymore. You need to take this seriously because you now have 5 people who depend on you. You can't just sit on your ass and expect things to work themselves out. Even though you have a wife to help out, you can't expect her to do all the work. AB, yes, SGT, but I don't even know where to look, SGT. Brady, AB, you cannot be serious right now. You can find all this stuff on the internet. You are 23 years old, and I know you are more than capable of doing simple research. You also have me, Jonathan, and SFC Gonzalez, who have kids of our own. If your wife comes out and tells the Army that you are incapable of being a father and are not providing for them, you can get in serious trouble. If you love your kids, you need to start showing it. Actually, you know what? What are their birthdays? This one really stumped AB, and it was quite incredible to see. Every day he talked about how much he loved his kids and how he couldn't wait to see them when we got back, but yet he didn't even know their birthdays. It was honestly really pathetic. You think this would have motivated him to do better, but it really didn't. About a week after this, AB really wanted to show how much of a leader he could be so he could get promoted. SFC Gonzalez, SGT Rivers, and SGT Brady decided to throw him a bone and give him a chance. To do this, they gave him simple tasks to show off his leadership skills and would be put in charge of me, Jonathan, and Nathan. Despite being given super easy tasks that even the newest soldier could figure out, he would fail very hard every single time. He would often just ask us for help and just pretty much left us to figure everything out for him ourselves and take all the credit. Even when given the task of bringing the platoon's laptop to the unit's IT guys, he failed drastically. He was told that morning to bring the laptops by 1 p.m., but he fell asleep and lost track of time. SGT Brady, AB, why the fuck are you sleeping right now, Ab? My bad, SGT, I overslept. SGT Brady, yeah, doofus, I can fucking see that. Why the hell didn't you bring our laptop to the IT guys? Every time we give you a simple task, you somehow manage to fail, AB. No excuses, SGT. SGT Brady, I'm really not in the mood for that right now, AB. If you can't even do this, then how do we know you have the ability to take care of a family? Stop playing around. We're going to give you one last chance to show your leadership. You are going to give a class on the M249 machine gun to the platoon since you, OP, and Nathan have to qualify with it next week. If you can do that, we will continue to give you opportunities to show your leadership skills. A few days later, he gave his class, and it was honestly quite horrible. He pretty much just copied and pasted things from the weapons training manual into his PowerPoint. He obviously had no clue what he was talking about, and his class was super boring. Half the time, one LT Warner, the officer in charge of the platoon at the time, was the one teaching it and was showing the proper firing positions. Flash forward to next week, our platoon went on a 2-hour drive to the shooting range my unit was hosting, the M249 range. After we downloaded our weapons and ammo, got everything prepped, the range went live, and it just so happened that I was the assigned to be AB's target spotter. When AB was getting his ammo ready to start shooting, he decided to pull the trigger as he was loading the rounds into his weapon, causing it to spray 4 to 5 rounds straight into the ground 2 feet away from my foot. Despite nearly having my foot blown off, I started laughing my ass off. AB, what the fucking fuck? Why did it start firing like that? SGT Rivers, AB, stop swearing at the gun and get off the range now. AB went off to talk with SGT Rivers and SGT Brady, and while I didn't hear exactly what they said, I do know that they told him that he was not allowed to handle any weapon for a very, very long time and to stop talking about it with everyone, further embarrassing himself. SGT Brady and SGT Rivers talked to AB to calm him down because at this point he was hyperventilating and gagging. Whenever AB screws up, he hyperventilates and starts to gag. Sometimes he actually throws up, and it's absolutely hilarious to see. He'll still do these things even after we tell him that he's not in trouble and that he needs to chill. Anyways, SGT Brady and SGT Rivers were telling him that he more than likely will get an Article 15. For those who don't know, an Article 15 is a punishment in the military for doing something serious like repeatedly missing work, disrespecting your leadership, and in AB's case, a negligent discharge. It can entail loss of rank and pay and having to extra duty after work hours. The length of the punishment can vary, and while it does suck, it is not the end of the world. Even some of the best soldiers out there have received one in their career. The crazy thing is that if he didn't give a class on the weapon the week prior, he could have just said that he wasn't properly trained with the weapon, and then someone else would have been yelled at. After hearing that he was going to receive an Article 15, AB started to panic even more. Eventually, SGT Brady and SGT Rivers got him to calm down, and when they did, they told him to not talk about it with anyone, because he'll just embarrass himself even further. You'll never guess what he did next. He started to talk about what happened to the civilian operating the targets downrange, and making sure that they are in working condition. The nice civilian pretty much told AB the same thing that SGT Brady and SGT Rivers did, and that he was going to be fine and he won't get kicked out of the military. Later that weekend, AB went to the convenience store that was on the base we were stationed at, and bought some alcohol and brought it back to the tent my platoon was staying in This was one of the few places where you were not allowed to have alcohol. SFC Gonzalez saw that AB brought back alcohol and told him to throw it away. SFC Gonzalez wasn't mad at all. He was just going to pretend he never saw AB had it and move on if AB simply threw it away.
If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, like, and hit the bell for notifications on future videos and become a stalker of the night. And I'll see you next time.